There's a kind of fear many of us are living with right now that doesn't come from one specific event. Nothing has to be wrong in this exact moment, and yet there's a tightness in the chest, a low hum of anxiety, a sense that something can shift at any time. It's a fear of the unknown. I feel it too. Sometimes it shows up as worry about the world. Sometimes it's fear for our children or the people we love. Sometimes it's that quiet thought late at night, what if something happens and I'm not ready? Kabbalah teaches something important here. Fear itself is not the problem. The root of fear is a lack of certainty. And certainty does not mean knowing what will happen. Certainty is the inner knowing that whatever unfolds, there is meaning, support, and light present, even if we can't see it yet. Let me explain this with a real life example. Imagine you're driving at night on an unfamiliar road. There are no streetlights, no landmarks, and you can't see very far ahead. Your body tenses. You grip the wheel, not because something bad is happening, but because you don't know what's coming. Now imagine that same road, but your headlights are strong and steady. The road hasn't changed. What changed is your certainty. You still don't know every turn, but you trust that you'll be able to respond as it comes. This is how Kabbalah understands fear. We leave the present moment and imagine a future without light. We picture outcomes without support, without purpose, without guidance. And our nervous system reacts as if danger is already here. Certainty brings us back. Kabbalah teaches that certainty is not blind positivity or spiritual denial. It's a practice, a way of relating to life. Certainty says, I don't know how this will unfold, but I trust there is intelligence in the process. This is especially hard for parents, caregivers, and people who feel responsible for others. We're taught that vigilance equals love, that worrying means we care, that anticipating every possible danger will somehow protect the people we love. But constant worry quietly feeds fear. Certainty does something different. It allows us to stay present without collapsing into control. So, how do we actually practice certainty when fear shows up? Here are 3 Kabbalah-based ways to begin. First, name what's real and what's imagined. Ask yourself, is something happening right now that requires action? Or am I living in a future that hasn't arrived? If something is real, respond calmly and responsibly. If it's imagined, reconnect instead of spiraling. Second, shift from control to connection. Fear grows when we try to control outcomes that were never ours to control. Certainty grows when we say, I'll do my part and I'll release the rest. This doesn't mean being passive. It means being grounded. Third, build certainty daily, not only in crisis. Certainty is like a muscle. It strengthens with use. Simple practices help. Grounding yourself in the present moment, reflecting on moments when things worked out differently and better than you expected, reminding yourself that uncertainty has never stopped growth before. Kabbalah teaches that the soul didn't come into this world to avoid uncertainty. It came to develop certainty within uncertainty. Fear often appears right before expansion. That doesn't mean fear is comfortable. It means fear is information, not a prediction. If you're feeling anxious about the future, about the world, or about your loved ones, this doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you're sensitive. It means you care. And it means you're being invited to strengthen certainty rather than feed fear. You don't need to eliminate fear to live with purpose. You need to stop letting fear decide your next move. Certainty doesn't remove the unknown. It gives you the courage to walk forward anyway. And even when the future feels unclear, light is not absent. It's present, waiting to be trusted.